What's up, YouTubers? Lee John Blackmore here at Super Easy Guitar. This week we're doing Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you so much for all your support and all your requests. I'll do my very best to fulfill as many as possible. Don't forget you can find me over on Instagram and Facebook, and I've done a Super Easy Guitar playlist on Spotify of nearly all the songs I've done. Let's zoom in and get straight into it. Okay, here we go. So, standard tuning, guys, and starts off with this intro, and it's pretty tricky to get the rhythm. So what I'm going to do, I'll break it down into downstrokes first, and then we can have a look at playing down ups. So the chord is just an E playing an octave, so that's first finger on the 7th fret on the A string. And then we skip a string, the D string, and then we play the 9th fret on the D. And you can play the bottom E, no problem. 7th fret on the A. We want to mute the D string, so that just means I'm resting my first finger over the D string and playing the G, okay? Now these top two strings are also muted, okay? So you end up with that, and you hear that chord in Rage Against the Machine, you hear it in Red Hot Chili Peppers, you hear it in other Smashing Pumpkins songs, okay? And it's just a E octave, okay? So if I show you the riff super slow, now it's gonna go bottom E, down, down. So the bottom E is just gonna be note, okay? Note, chord, chord. Alright, so then that happens twice. So it goes note, chord, chord, note, chord, chord, note, chord. Okay, so the third time is just note, chord. And then what you do, you put two downs on the end of it. So if I play that whole thing, it will go note, chord, chord, note, chord, chord, note, chord, chord, chord. Okay, so that's the first sequence. And then on the end of that, the second sequence will just be note, note, chord, chord. So let me do those two sequences together. Note, chord, chord, note, chord, chord, note, chord, 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 note, note, chord, chord. Okay, let's do that again slowly. Then it goes right back around, except there's two notes at the beginning. So if I play it twice, it'll go like this. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So when you've got that kind of da 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 in your head, it's much easier to mess with the rhythm then. Okay, so instead of doing it downstrokes like that, so I'm going, sorry, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So instead of hitting the bottom E with the downstroke, I end up doing it with this down up. So you just have to work the sequence out using down ups. So when you've got that comfortable, or just slides up the whole position to the 11th fret. Okay, then he goes up to the 14th fret. Alright, so main riff. Now to get that kind of staccato sound, what you see on the video, you'll see his thumb doing this if we watch him play live, and that's kind of muting the strings. So every time I'm strumming, da 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 da, okay, it's kind of squeezing like that. Sorry. So hopefully you can see that. It takes a while, build it up slowly. Don't get bogged down with it, okay? Just slowly, 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 and then try and play it fast, try and play it slow, try and play it fast, slow, and eventually you'll pick it up, right? Listen to the original track. That's the most important thing, okay? So that goes, what, twice around, the distortion comes in, and he moves it up, right? Then we come into the main riff. And all that is, I'm using this same shape, but now I'm playing F sharp, which is in the 10th fret, okay? Sorry, the 9th fret, and going down to the 7th. Okay, so then we come 11 to 12, and you hear the slide. So it's 11, slide to 12, back to 11. So there's lots of slides here. So slide from 9 to 7, then 11 to 12, then back to 11, and finish it off with a 9 to 7. And then it starts again. So you notice it starts and ends the sequence, the riff sequence with, okay? Sorry. Then it resolves with 2 power chords, and that's D. So D, first finger on the 5th fret on the A string, and I'm actually barring down on the 7th on the D and G. You don't have to bar down. You could use your pinky if you want. And then it goes over to A. So same power chord, but now off the E string, 5th fret, and then 7th fret and 7th fret. Okay? So on that resolve, there's a little lick on the end as well. I think it only happens in the beginning. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and that's just 7. Slide to 9 on the E string and play 7 on the A. And then it kind of goes back into the main riff, but it's cut short with a verse riff. So he does the main riff, 9 to 7. He does it once. On the second time round, instead of sliding back down on that 9, he accents it and kind of puts a bend on it. Okay, bend, a bit of vibrato. So all together it'll go like this. And then from there onwards during the verse, So that's 9, 11, 11, 12, 11, 9, 11, 11, 12, 11, 9. Sorry. And then it resolves again on that. It resolves on that D. So then back to the main riff, okay? Back to the verse riff rather. But then the second time around it resolves, it goes into the chorus, which is... So D to A, power chords, and then C to G. So it's just like the D to A, except now we play it on the 3rd and 5th fret. Okay, and that goes 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3. On the 4th time it changes. Hold on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and G. 1, 2. So now, after the chorus, it actually goes on. So the whole thing repeats, and after the chorus again, it goes into a bridge section. So all I'm doing there, I'm going into E. So out of the chorus. E, power chord. So it's just first finger, 2nd fret on the A string. So this is quick changes now. E, D, D, A, C, G, G, E, D, D, A, C, G, G, E. Let me out. Then we're back into the intro riff, main riff. Slides up to 11. Slides up to 14. Slides up to 17. And 19, but this is not an electric guitar. I've run out of frets, so... you can just do something like that on the end, okay? Then we're into the solo. Now the chords slightly changed for the solo. You've just got this D, A, E. D, power chord, A, E. D. Now to get the correct rhythm, you're going to have to listen to it. If you're never sure what strumming to do, okay, just always stick to downstrokes on the 1 of the chord. okay? Three, and after a while you'll start to pick it up. So then that goes into the bridge, which again is E, D, A, C, G, G, D, D, A, C, G, G, E. So then it goes on from there, and you'll hear repeats. It goes into all the verse section again and the main riff section, and you'll hear it play out, guys. So listen to the original track. All those parts I've shown you will cover the entire song, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that lesson, guys. Don't forget, please subscribe, hit the bell button if you want my weekly updates. Share it with your friends, enjoy it, and I'll see you again the same time next week.